your reaction to Russian drone incursion into Poland?
Could have been a mistake. But regardless, I'm not happy about anything having to do with that whole situation. But hopefully it's going to come to an end.
In this case, there were 19 breaches, and it simply defies imagination that could be accidental. We have invoked Article 4. Take a look at precedents, at what happened when other allies did that. When Turkey did it, when she felt endangered by events in the air during the Syrian civil war, additional Patriot missiles were sent to Turkey. We need to create what Ursula von der Leyen called today in the European Parliament at her annual State of the Union address, a drone wall. This is a threat not only to Poland. This new technology of the mass use of drones is a threat to all of the EU and NATO, and we need to face it together.
NATO's alliance mechanisms were in place. Polish, Dutch, Italian, and German forces participated in the operation of downing drones, for which we sincerely thank our allies. Russian President Vladimir Putin is mocking President Donald Trump's peace efforts. Unfortunately, after the Alaska summit, instead of a ceasefire, we had an intensification of Russian attacks on Ukraine. And what happened over Polish skies last night is a remnant of this intensified offensive against Ukraine. Since then, we have also had a meeting of these authoritarian powers in Beijing, and we had a visit from Polish President Karol Nawrocki. So I expect President Trump will want to show Poland and all our authorities that what he said about Poland's security will be backed up by action. What Polish people experienced last night, on a much larger, more tragic scale, our Ukrainian neighbors experience almost every night. Let us remember this. Let us show solidarity with Ukraine. Let us not repeat Russian disinformation. And it is Russia that should finally realize that attempting to rebuild the lost European empire has no chance of success.
125 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest newsmakers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the US will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry guards.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HT videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.